So what I personally think that a lot of buyers need to do is get you an agent that can negotiate on your behalf and get you a strong approval. Because the number one thing that's going to allow you to get a better deal, not just what's being marketed, is being a strong buyer. These sellers are afraid of all these deals falling apart. Because I mean, we all went through it. I think I faked the black when this first happened. I have so many deals on the table. Like I had to fade the black and get to work. I had to save, I had to shuffle like 5 deals to different lenders just to save these clients. Praise
Absolutely.
God. Huh?
I said, absolutely. We all went through that.
Yeah, we all went through that. So now that we've made it through it and we know what lenders are offering, what overlays are there, this is just not a time for a first time buyer to sit and wait and think, oh, I'm about to wait till the market crashes and get a good deal. Especially if you spend like the average $300,000, you're just going to find that not only interest rates are low right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
The overlays have already happened, but they continue to happen. So it go from 600 to 640 to 680. By the time this is over, I really am seeing. I think everybody's going to be right around 680. They don't want to take the risk. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, I think you're always going to have the lenders that's still going to have no overlays on their products. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if Fannie, Freddie, or FHA will buy the loan from them, then they'll write the paper, right? But I think on a majority scale, like you said, I think we're probably going to really get settled in, and this is why we're in COVID-19. During the COVID-19, I should say, we'll probably be hovering around 640 on industry average for like a FHA loan. And truth be told, I haven't seen too much fluctuation with conventional mortgages. You can still go to 620. It's just really more so government loans are having that. But lenders are adding extra overlays. Maybe they're requiring a couple more months of reserves on the conventional.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing that I'm finding is they're looking for a couple of more months of reserve, right? So let me just say I'm having this conversation with a first time buyer because I work with clients in different price points. So you're a first time buyer, you want to spend 265 in Atlanta, right? A lot
Mm-hmm.
of y'all may have about $6,000-7,000 saved, which was cool a month ago because we got 100% financing covering your whole down payment, so you don't have to pay that. Then we're in a situation where we can get about $4,000 or $5,000 from the seller, and then we're kind of meeting you in the middle. And you didn't even necessarily have to have reserves for these programs. Now I'm seeing that even if you have the credit score and you have $6,000 saved, they're like, all right, well, one, we still need to see a couple more months of reserves sitting in your account, whether you spend that money or not. So people are thinking it's going to be better for them to wait. And I feel like if you're already renting and you can get you a good deal, you may want to kind of make that decision now because guidelines are tightening up. And sellers, the prices are still increasing. They're not going down. Like the prices are still steady increasing. I had a client, I've been working with her for a year and a half. And we've been looking at the market and it's like literally every property she's interested in this year that were the same neighborhood from last year's $25,000 more. So
Wow.
you're waiting for something to happen like a crash. That can only happen in the real estate market if there was an influx of inventory. So if you think about it, even the builders, we're down on permits being pulled. That means builders are only going to sell the properties that they already invested in. So they're not even continuing to build in those communities because they don't want to have all this inventory. That's what happened back then. That's literally what happened in 2009. I've had my license since 2007. When that happened, we had all this inventory. They had no choice but to reduce the price. Now we have limited inventory, and we also still have a good amount of buyers. I was in a multiple offer situation 2 days ago.
Wow. And what was the final result of
I
that?
won.
Of that situation?
I won the
Did you
offer,
have
but
to go?
the only reason I won this offer is simply because the agent was like, I know that your people would close. And we kind of had to back it up. Like I had my client putting 30% down. It's a conventional loan. So it's a completely different category. So we are more solid. So that's how I was able to win that offer because I'm backing it up with my client having a strong financial background and also kind of weighing in on my experience and all that
So
stuff.
talk about that strong financial background without getting into too much details. What were we talking? More down payment, faster turnaround time?
Exactly. So the way that I kind of worded my client is one, she's not a first time buyer, she's an experienced buyer. She is financing a conventional loan product and she's putting 30% down. That's low risk. So you're going to be considered high risk if you are putting the regular 3.5% down. And then if they notice, because we have to disclose, the lenders have to disclose whether it's 100% financing, whether it's going to be down payment assistance. They have to put that on the letter. So if you're using one of those programs, if I'm representing the seller, now I'm switching hats now. If I'm representing the seller and that's one of the offers, I'm immediately red flagging it because I know we got issues over there right now. So you're not strong.
Absolutely. So let's talk about that real quick, right? Because my market base is a lot of first time home buyers, and in Atlanta or Georgia, in general, there's a lot of home buying grants, a lot of down payment assistance programs. How's the market right now for those programs during COVID-19? Are the government still giving out these grants? Are lenders still offering them in your local market?
We have a lot of different programs, but I'm gonna tell you the most popular ones and what's going on with them because there's a good group of ones that are popular. So we have the Georgia Dream Down Payment Assistance Program, which that program was called the Hardest Hit Fund. It was given $15,000 towards your down payment and your closing costs. So typically, and you only had to have like $2,500 in your bank account. So typically, a lot of times when I've closed with clients with that particular loan, they were getting refunds at the closing table. Okay. That particular, but it's the hardest hit fund, so it only goes up to 250, I think 260,000. You have to have a 640 credit score minimum, the DTI, which I don't want to get too far in that, but let's just say it can't be more than 44, 45%. And what they do is the income of like $69,700 depending on the county. Let's just say that's on average. That particular program is going away. They already made an announcement, said that they are no longer funding. They had 235 more applications they were taking up until June 30th. After June 30th, they're not taking any more applications. October, they are dissolving the program.
Damn. Well, listen, if you're here on YouTube, make sure, number one, smash that like button because Quiana's dropping gems for you guys. But if you're looking to use these programs, you heard what she said. You better step on it because the market is not waiting for you.
No, they're not. And that's what I'm telling a lot of my buyers. It's like, if you was already written and you were thinking about making a purchase, this might be the time because they were already tightening up with these programs now because they are considered high risk. A lot of the most recent loans that have defaulted, I've been speaking to like my attorneys and different lenders. They are the loans that were using 100% financing and grants because those people didn't have reserves. They didn't have money saved. And you can't have more than $20,000 saved to use the Georgia Dream. It's really created for the median, blue collar worker that they feel like the government can help. And I think it's still a great program, but it's going away.
It's going away.
By the time I check on Monday, they may only have 150 applications left. Like that's how they are just trying to knock out what they can. So I've closed with that program a million times, but let me, be honest. If you want to use it, you might want to use it now. You may want to get to it sooner than later. They were already delayed, like 30, 45-day closings. In Georgia, it's typical for us to have a 21 or 30-day closing. Georgia Dream, they want 45, 60-day closings. So you got to finesse that just a little bit, even to win the offer when the seller is ready to sell and make their money,
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that. Now, we got a question from an EYLU member, but before I give that